round of applause for Xohan Duran.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Beverly, for that introduction. Could I hand up who is a landlord in here? Do you know when the last time you had a gas safety inspection done on all your properties? Are you up to date with them? Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you a little story of what could happen if the appliances aren't regularly kept up to date and in check. So a lady comes home after a hard day's work. She walks up the driveway in the snow and the wet, struggling to walk to the door. She opens the door. She goes inside. She goes into the kitchen to make a nice cup of tea, which she then takes into the lounge. And then on her way to the lounge, she picks up the gas bill, and she sits down. And then she opens it. Says, "Oh, this is how much? Oh my God! I can't believe the gas bill is so big. Oh, this is not possible. How can I afford that?" So she sits down. And then she's sitting quietly there, thinking about what she's done for the day, reflecting on the day, planning for tomorrow, maybe thinking about dinner, what she was going to have for dinner, and then she then she suddenly smells. Oh my God, strange smell from the gas fire. Then suddenly she feels a bit sleepy. And the next minute she hears a noise from the kitchen, a big banging noise. So she gets up. She walks over to the fire and then yellow flames, black everywhere. She then walks over into the kitchen. She then walks over to the kitchen. And then she goes into the kitchen and bang, bang, and then it's like, oh, the boiler's noisy. Or why is that? Or what's it costing? It must be costing me a fortune to run this heating system. Some of the radiators are banging as well. Like some of the radiators are only hot at the bottom. And then the next minute she turns to the gas hob, and she can smell gas from that. The next minute there's a smell of gas in the air, and then she. And then suddenly it's like the smell gets stronger and stronger. And then, boom, she's dead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that could all be prevented by arranging for a gas safety inspection to be done on rental properties every year. I mean, with the gas safety inspection, the gas engineer will check every gas appliance from boilers, water heaters, gas fires, check whether they're safe to run, whether they're efficient, if there's any issues with them. Any flues would also be checked, whether you've got the right ventilation, all the other stuff that goes with it. Giving you, the landlord, and your tenants peace of mind, so then when your tenants go home at night, they can enter a clean house, they can relax, knowing but everything's safe, and they can keep warm, have hot water when they require it. Thank you.
So my father is Corgi registered, so I understand your industry very well, because I grew up with all of these problems. Landlords don't kill me, okay? Landlords, I wouldn't speak to the landlords. How many people here rents? Quite, yeah? You want to know that your landlord is looking after your appliance, don't you? Because you can smell gas, but you can't smell carbon monoxide. And that is what will kill you, because you will drop dead. My brother's a fireman, so I know both sides of this. So your storytelling's great. Just watch your arms. There's just nerves, because your arms are going up and down in the beginning. But think about the people that are renting with your stories rather than landlords. Because I think that would you be worried whether your landlords, you've got everything, yeah? Yeah, so I'd switch the focus of the story, because I think everyone in this room would be like, oh shit, tell them where they look, because I bet they don't know. There's a sticker on their boiler with a date, the details, see I know all this stuff, a date, your licence number called Corgi registered. People that rent may not know that, Okay, so if you can tell them that information, you can get them to go home, look at it, and then when it's all wrong, because it possibly is, then they can phone you and that's your sale. So it's exactly what Keaton was saying. There's a lot of information that people don't know, and you could put that into your speech for people that are renting, or even you could go to property shows and people that are thinking about being landlords, and you could kind of tell them about the pros and cons. And people don't know that they can get a free fire thing from a fire station either, and that's something else you can give them. Sorry, I really know this topic. But it's brilliant.
Thank you, Claire.
It's brilliant, yeah, thank you.
You know what? I have an idea. I wanna, and I'd love your help with that.
Yeah.
I wanna work on your story. Who are you? Who is Xohan? Like, what made you get into this business? You know, what's your vision? What's the bigger picture of it? And I feel then the audience gets to know you as a person. Because there's so many plumbers out there, but you know, if you connect with the plumber, if you connect with another plumber. See, I don't know this stuff.
Corgi registered gas fitting, come on.
Gas safe
So
registered.
there's so many people who do gas
It's changed
fittings and
now,
stuff
isn't
like
it?
that. But you know, it's about the connection, it really getting to know and understanding you. So have that as part of your credibility. And I think that would be cool if you.
Yeah, I know the industry,
work on that.
unfortunately, from my dad. But no, I'll really be able to help. No problem at
And
all.
then we can just make this really smooth and like really into a story where people just really listen and are interested, no matter if they have a boiler at home. We all have one, but trust me, I never even think of the thing. I don't even know where it is. Good.
Thank you, Amy.
Boiler, gas, oh.
Energy efficiency?
As I was saying to you at the break, you could do a lot with the did you know kind of part. In fact, you can be quite controversial with your start. My name's Owen and I'm a lifesaver.
Ooh,
That's even better.
And do you know what I want you to do? I want you to use one hand and put the other hand in your pocket. Yeah. I'll tell you why. It stops you from flapping. And it
Well,
allows you to move.
sorry, go on, yes.
It allows you to move around freely and
Okay.
use one hand to express. Because when this hand's doing this with this, you're moving forward with it like that. I almost feel like you're going to fall into him in that respect. So I think your posture's fine, your pace is fine, but you're also doing a lot with your eyes. You're kind of looking up, so it kind of I get the sense that you're looking for the next bit. You're kind of trying to memorize something. Whereas I just want, I think I love what Annika said about your story, more about you. Start with something controversial, that gets your audience. Then you kind of go into that, whether you're a landlord or you're someone that rents. What's the cost of your life? Stop, pace, power, give the power. You've got 20 years of expertise, and I want that to broadcast itself with one hand. With one hand.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, judges.